that whole question and forgot to move the laptop screen down so you couldn't see it. So let's go again. So while you can type in 343 over the square root of 7 bracket cubed, you get a decimal. Okay, so we can't do that, we have to break it apart. So 7 to the 2x plus 1, and then we're going to take this, and if you check on your calculator, it's 7 to the power of 3. And then on the bottom, we're just going to change this, and a square root becomes a half, so it's 7 to the power of a half. Yeah? Sorry, I'm trying to keep the colours working. Okay. So then here, we have a power inside and a power outside the bracket, so we can multiply them. So 7 to the power of 2x plus 1 equals 7 cubed over 7. And if you multiply on your calculator a half by 3, you get 1 1/2. This here is a fraction, and a fraction becomes minus. So 7 to the power of 2x plus 1 equals 7, and you do 3 minus 1.5, and you get 1.5. All right, this says they're equal, and we can clearly see that the 7s are equal, but this must also be equal. So we take 2x plus 1, let it equal 1.5, and we're going to try and isolate the x. So we minus the 1, so 2x equals 0.5. And then to separate the 2 from the x, we divide by 2. And a half divided by 2 is a quarter. Okay, and that is question 4, and there's 10 marks for that as well. And then the last one is the thirds one. So if I type the first one into my calculator, so square root of 8 plus the square root of 98 plus the square root of 128, I get 17 square root 2. And just remember, I have to put in the line before. So the way to do that, because this one isn't on the wall, the way to do that is square the 17. So 17 squared is 289, which means the square root of 289 is 17. You can double check that if you want. So if you type the square root of 289 into your calculator, it should tell you that it's 17. Okay, and then the other one is square root 80 plus square root 245 minus square root 405, and I get 2 square root 5, and then I need to know what a 2 comes from. So we square the 2, which gives you a 4. So I put the square root of 4, square root of 5. Okay, and again, if you double check the square root of 4 on your calculator, you get 2. And that is worth 8 marks, 4 and 4. Okay, perfect.